A little chilly and windy down at Jack Cook Field, but that didn't stop people from coming out. Second inning, Mountaineers strike first. The former Patriot Grant Hussey doubles to right center field, banging one off the wall out there. Chase Swain and Jace Reinhardt come in to score, and it's 2-0 Mountaineers. Hurd gets one back here. Noah Wilson lays down the bunt. Throw to third is high, and it gets away, and Tyler Kammerer comes on home to score on the error, and it's now 2-1. A little more small ball for you. Eddie Leon lays it down, and Eli Vogelsong scores, and it's tied at 2. Hurd grabs the lead in the fourth. Jackson Halter singles to right field off the second baseman's glove. Cam Harthen comes home. Mountaineers on upset alert. Then former Hurricane star Joel Gardner rips one down the left field line for an RBI and a double as Noah Wilson scores, make it 4-2. Hurd. 4-3 now in the seventh, and Gavin Kelly singles up the middle. Brody Kresser comes on home to score. Game's all tied at 4-4. To the ninth inning. Tim Baird on the mound, and Chase Swain breaks for home, and the pitcher doesn't see him. That would be the final nail in the coffin. Mountaineers take it down 5-4. And tonight's Sports Bowl question asked you who you thought would win this game, and props to everyone for getting it right, as 100% of you said West Virginia would get the win. Switching to high school baseball, Parkersburg South hosted Fort Frye at the Hank. Both teams had games canceled yesterday due to the weather, so everyone is happy to be playing again. Starting in the top of the fourth with a good defensive play, catcher Landon Utt hoses the runner at second to get South in the dugout. Wind was whipping at the Hank today. Connor McMullen skies one way up high, and it looks like it's going to go foul until the last second. McMullen reaches first. Runner on third for Carter McLean, and he does his job, hitting one to the right side and scoring the runner. Patriots now lead at 6-0.
Number 26, tie.
Cadets trying to make the comeback. Braylon Meek following McMullen's lead and lofting one high into left field. That'll fall for a single. And more action from Fort Frye. Wade Dusky hits a swinging bunt, and he'll beat out the throw at first base. Base is now loaded for the Cadets. And Jack McCurdy with a quality AB. He draws the walk, which brings in Fort Frye's first run of the game, and that's an RBI in the books. Home half of the fifth, Utt crushes one out to deep left field. That ball nearly hops to the fence, and Utt cruises into second base with a stand-up double. It was South who would go on to take this one at home, 10-1. Staying on the south side for a softball matchup between the Lady Patriots and Wheeling Park. We'll start with Aniston Shelton on the mound, blowing one by Wheeling. This one was an absolute pitcher's duel. Next up. No score in the top of the third. Isabel Thomas rolls one through the left side for a single. South wouldn't allow her to score, though. Brooklyn Whitehead up, and she almost takes the pitcher's head off with that line drive. Whitehead on first with nobody out.
Number 6.
She would advance to second, and it looked like she would score the game's first run on this grounder, but Abby Harmon makes a great play and gets the out at first. To the bottom of the fifth, Peyton Mackey whacks one to second base. Brina Tipton bobbles it at first, but sticks with it and makes the play. Nicely done. Delaney Randolph racked up her fair share of strikeouts as well, getting the backwards K here. But South goes on to get the hard-fought win, 1-0.